49ers as they enter play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 16 carries, 91 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek Barnes in on the stop. You look at this Niner defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal.
Williams loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons Parsons. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Watson. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Niners at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And a Tommy Adebawore coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, They feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. To throw is Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the...
Another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Returnable for Watson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This now a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback. And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The football going back to the Rams now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now from the 50. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, we keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Prescott on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you...
And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A give running left now, Garindo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaac Garindo hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Moody good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Prescott now on second down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Prescott now. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, Prescott. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Prescott. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And boy, he did all he could, but he's going to finally be stopped a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, I got the safe completion on 3rd. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 91 yards. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. There the 49ers getting set to trot out there. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On second down, McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Going for it all. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brevin Jordan, 28 yards. And the 49ers had 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Throwing. Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Micah Parsons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
3rd and long for Prescott. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because
this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Third and short yardage, Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And they will remain well behind. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to throw again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Second down, Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.